I love the Ys franchise. Going out on the field and slaying some monsters to awesome music has always been a feast. The first game in the series is getting closer to 40 years old, but still holds up phenomenally well, with a little bit of polish that the new re-releases have given to it. In this video I will rank all my favorite top 6 music tracks from the first game, and will base it on the music from the Chronicles version, released in 2009. This is the most up-to-date version that you can play of this game, and is available on Steam, so it's probably the version most people are familiar with, hence the choice. To be fair, I think that the first Ys game is one of the weaker ones in the whole franchise, including the music. But despite me thinking it's the worst, it's still the worst among a pile of gold, so it's still really good. Before we begin, let me warn you about spoilers, as I will use music from the whole game, with footage to go along my comments. Also, if you don't agree with my ranking, let me know in the comments, but let's approach any kind of discussions with a playful mind. This is all just for fun, after all. And with all of that said, let's go! So, the first piece of music in this list is also the first dungeon of the game. The first seconds of this one is by far my favorite part of it. And the whole track just has a really nice tempo to show what the dungeons in this game is all about. It's all about fast-paced action. The reason why this isn't placed higher is because I just think that all other songs in this list have more sections to them that I like. But once again, the opening here is just really good, and it's still one of my favorite songs from the whole game. This battle track is interesting because the fight is either won or lost within an extraordinarily short amount of time, so you barely hear more than the first 20 to 30 seconds or so. Because of that, there are more to this song than I have ever heard in game, and I think especially the section that combines the piano with the guitar is really nice. If you're playing on harder difficulties, you will know the start of the song very well after this battle, because oh boy is it a tough one, if you're not prepared. In my latest playthrough of this game, I went through the game on hard mode and didn't have all the right equipment at the end, which made the final boss fight of the game a really tough one. Thanks to the encouragement of my Twitch chat, I managed to get through it, and hearing this song play afterwards caused one of my biggest feelings of relief I felt in a video game in a very long time. The song perfectly encapsulates Adol's recently made journey, that it has come to an end, but that there still looms something on the horizon. Also, the official soundtrack calls this song the Morning Glow. I think that's a translation error, it has to be the Morning Glow, but the name has kinda stuck in the community. The game has been hyping you up for a while about Dawn Tower, and you, setting your foot in there with this music starting, causes a mix of feelings to hit you. For me, the music track partly emits feelings of both being ominous, but also a bit playful, which gives you, the player, a sense of being strong. The best part is absolutely the starting seconds of it, but the whole thing has a nice vibe to it that goes well along exploring the tower. This music track is as iconic as red color of our main character's hair. I also fell in love with this song the first time I heard it. It's a nostalgic piece of music that I think I've hooked many players throughout the years. Because the second you set foot on that field the first time, you know that you're in for something special. The music is just on another level in comparison to so many other games. And special shout out to the piano section in the middle of the song. The award for my favorite music track in the whole game goes to Tension. You've just started to climb the tower, the final dungeon of the game, and this music shifts the tone from the previous one that Adol can actually do this. It gives the player a much needed energy renewal that just hypes you up and makes you continue. It has a strong start to it, a varied middle section, and a great new section just at the end before it loops the first time. It just never gets boring, which makes Tension, by far, my favorite piece of music in the first Ys game. And that is my ranking. As I have said, I am nostalgic for the music, but I rarely listen to it from this particularly entry, as I think the music is improved on quite a lot in most other games in the franchise. With that said, it still holds up very well. If you want to see more video game music content, and especially about Ys, let me know in the comments and I'll continue the journey through the games. Sometimes I'm also playing Ys over on my Twitch channel, so please check that out as well. Now, have a Ys-licious day.